Nights out under the sky, watching stars align. Days of making sweet honey, Melissa lemon balm. Nights as warm as your breath on my chest, so calm. Now baby, let the summer breeze carry us away. Let the summer breeze carry us away, baby.
Because I grew up in the industry, and this guy is sort of on the outskirts of times that are changing, and he's sort of left behind. And for me, ultimately, it's just an immense appreciation that I have for the position that I'm in, and the fact that this guy is steadily sort of struggling with his own pathos, his own ability to gain confidence and persevere and get that next job. I don't know. I immediately connected with him. I have a lot of friends in the industry, and I know how lucky I am to be in this opportunity. So I just feel immense gratitude.
And watched and read everything I could, but at the same time, I think as an actor, our job is to understand, or try and understand, what purpose our character serves to the story. So more importantly, it was, why is this character in the story? And to me, Quentin said it to me early on, she's the heartbeat of the story. And for me, I just saw her as a ray of light, and I just wanted her to be light. And that was my job and my role to serve in this story. So I kind of applied to myself to the character in that respect. And in doing so, I felt like I could honor the memory of real life Sharon Tate, who so many people said was such a bright light in this world. I often do look to the interaction with other characters to inform me on the character. Rarely do I get an opportunity to spend so much time on my own as a character, going through a day-to-day existence. That was actually an interesting thing for me to do as an actor. I actually really appreciated the exercise, and felt that I could deliver what I wanted to on screen.
There is a bit of summing up of certain things that I wasn't necessarily trying to do, but they just started appearing. I just remember when one of the first people to read the script was my my first AD, Bill Clark, and he's been my first AD since Jackie Brown, and on Pulp Fiction he was a PA, and he's can't even imagine making a movie without him. And so he came down to the house to read it, because we weren't giving it out. You have to come to my house to read it. These guys will tell you that. And he came down to the house to read it. And so it's, okay, so this is number 9, huh? Okay. And he goes out by the pool and he reads it and he comes back, damn, number 9 is like all 8 of them put together. And I hadn't really thought about it like that, but then, there was just, little things. I'm friends with Lorenza, and I've seen her work before because she's done a few films with my buddy Eli Roth. So I was very familiar with Lorenza's work, but I've seen her in like at least 3 different starring parts. And but I didn't just give her the role. She actually came in and auditioned. But the thing that was great is not only did she learn the dialogue in Italian, she learned about like 20 different phrases in Italian that she could also say. Even that whole thing when she's being interviewed by the cops, that she just improvised that. She just was she knew enough to actually be able to improvise in Italian. I was very impressed. And I think she's very funny in the movie. She's exactly the kind of, she's almost like the Italian starlet scatterbrain that you see in a lot of Italian comedies of that era. I think we're fascinated by it because at the end of the day, it almost seems unfathomable. I've done a lot of research on it, and I think a lot of people have not done professional research, but over the last of a few years, either they read one book or two books, or listened to the podcast that develop about it, or TV specials every 3 years or so. And how he was able to get these girls and even these young boys to just submit to him, it just seems unfathomable. And frankly, the more you learn about it and the more information you get and the more concrete it gets, it doesn't make it any clearer. It actually makes it even more obscure the more you know. And I think the unknowingness of it, the impossibility of being able to truly understand it, I think is what causes its fascination.